Check it out.
Look at these guys. I heard about you.
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test.
This is the
Iconic American Bully. Visions.
Podcast.
Got a crew full of heavy hitters, focused on dropping them good litters. American
Look at these
iconic,
guys.
bully visionaries, A.I.B.V, something legendary. Got a crew full of heavy hitters, focused on dropping them good litters. American iconic, bully visionaries, A.I.B.V, something
Podcast.
A.I.B.V, something legendary. A.I.B.V, something legendary.
Hold on.
He was 3 years in the making and 25K in the making.
No shit.
Yeah,
3 years in the making.
3 years in the making.
25K.
25K.
Why do you say 25K?
25K because it was, we had to purchase the female,
Okay.
we had to purchase the stud,
Okay.
we missed the, she didn't take the first 2 times. So progesterones, surgicals, shit like that, man. I mean, it all added up
To 25K.
to 25K.
And who did you end up breeding to get Alpine?
So
They won't even like bite or like, you know, dog.
Congratulations, brother. Thanks, bro. Alpine.
So my nephew hit us up, and he was like, "Hey man, I want this dog for my wife." So he surprised his wife. We put in for this dog. We went halves on everything, and it was a top dog Bullies. They're like probably second top from like right under Bossy Kennels.
Okay.
So he bought Anastasia for his wife Vanessa, and then so she was it. With that, whenever we purchased her, as soon as we purchased her, we bought the stud. We bought the stud for her, or we purchased the stud credit for her, which was Bossy Stacks.
Bossy Stacks.
Yeah.
And that's one of the kennels really big, and like how you said in the XL community.
Yeah.
You told me not too long ago, whenever last year, that y'all went down there and spent some time with them, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you did that breeding.
We actually did 3 breedings with them, and Fabian went and did them all. So he bred Coral to black male, Bossy black male. Then he bred Coral to Buddha, and then he bred, of course, Anastasia to Stacks.
Anastasia to Stacks.
Yeah. But you know, of course, they had their deal where Lolo, he went ahead and did his own thing. So he's got Lolo Kennels. He kind of pulled away from Bossy Kennels, and he kept Stacks. So he went ahead and honored that breeding.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
cool. Not a lot of people do that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Man, a lot of people, you lost your shit, you lost your shit. That's good that there's humble people like that, that
Oh, yeah.
not in it for the money, but in it for the breeding, better the breed. And that's one person that's like that is Jerry, we had the situation where I had to litter off the Serb, and I had that pup, and then I had another pup, but there was issues that arose, and I ended up having one, and he told me, keep the dog, and we'll end up doing something in the future, if anything, if you get something up. And that's pretty cool, it's people that work with you like that want to see you better in the breed and for themselves, bro.
And especially here, man, in Hobbs, like, man, we, dogs from the West Coast, East Coast, from, Midwest, all this stuff, like, there's named dogs all over the place. And, we need to put New Mexico on the map, which Dean has done a fucking hell of a job, man. So, Serb's brother actually won nationals this year, Grand Champion Hangman.
That is very big for New Mexico, man.
Yeah.
That puts New Mexico on there, Dean as a breeder, from where he started to where he is now, the breeding that the breedings that he's doing, it's next top level, bro. I bet you that was something big for him, you know. I bet you that was a huge milestone and a huge goal and an accomplishment as a breeder for him to accomplish, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. And then, you know, he has Grand Champion Juno, which is owned by Joseph Cotton. And then, I mean, I have Serb, he's a champion. Who else is, there's another champion. Another one of their brothers is a champion.
Nearly that whole litter.
The whole litter.
Basically champ and grand champ, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sheesh. So, like I said, I mean, we're gonna push Serb this year. I had a lot of things going on last year, a lot of problems. He started off late, but man, the boy has just developed so badass. Like, even now, he, watching him today, I did a couple of videos that, you know, today, this morning, and damn, he changed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he changed big time. He's thicker. He's 18 and a half inches at the withers. He's, I believe he's like 86 pounds. I'm trying to bring his weight up, but.
She's playing with her. Oh, you found her. She's like.
But man, he looks gorgeous. 27 and a half inch head.
He does.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a good representation of the American Bully, man, and a good representation of what Blue can throw, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Blue's been doing it like crazy, you know. There's a lot of these other bloodlines that are doing it, you know, but Blue, you know, just based on the bloodline, you know, a lot of people. I don't know if you remember back in the day, they shunned Miyagi, you know?
Yeah.
And that blends into what Blue has in his bloodline, you know?
Yeah.
So that's a huge milestone for the Miyagi bloodline itself, you know?
Yeah.
Breeding it right and correct, look what they can do, man.
Yeah, and see, Blue's got it from his mom's, like from Sage. Actually, from Sage.
Yeah.
Sage has Dax like right there. Yeah. So I mean, it's all there. Dax has all of that. So it's
all of that and some.
Yeah, and some.
A huge breeder that had a lot to do and paved the way for that was Ed Shepherd, man.
Ed Shepherd, and man, let's not forget fucking Mike Sierra, dude.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was like,
no lie.
yeah, he put in the fucking work, man.
Yeah.
Chaos has like so many champions, man.
Yeah.
He's actually one of the top dog like studs, man. He's yeah. Oh yeah.
He's done his thing.
And that's a crazy thing, man. I was like, I had the honor to go up against Mike Sierra with Chaos.
Here at Tony Carmona's show, man.
And I fucking took it with Duchess too.
How'd that feel, bro?
It was crazy, bro, because I didn't even know anything about the ABR. But whenever Tony brought it, I was like, fuck, man, can I register, like, you know, my dog? Like, is it, you know, because there was a lot of exotics, there was a lot of, you know, pockets and standards and things like that. And I was like, man, are XLs even allowed? And they're like, yeah, you can go ahead. So we did, we registered Duchess. We went through the whole show and she fucking won. It was crazy, bro, because then I talked to the reps and they said Duchess is the only female in the world to win an ABR show. Second XL in the world to win an ABR show.
God.
And that was my female.
Duchess. From where?
From here.
New Mexico.
New Mexico, man.
New Mexico. Great things come from small towns, man. I'll tell you that.
Hell yeah.
A big accomplishment for yourselves, huh?
Yeah,
Whenever
for
you
sure.
took that show. Because I mean, like how he said, it's ABR is an exotic registry. You know, it's for these exotic breeders. You know that need a way to push their brand. You know, and for an XL to go and take a show like that, that's amazing. And especially going, you know, up against Grand Champion Chaos, bro.
And I believe he was the only Grand Champion in the ABR or something like that at the time or something.
No shit.
Yeah. So it was definitely an honor to share the ring with fucking Mike Sierra. And we definitely got a lot of hate from that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I remember watching. I watched back, man, the videos and the comments and all this shit was wow, fucking deer, this and that, and blah blah blah, and all this and a horse and it's like,
A lot of hate.
Whatever, man.
You're never gonna make people happy, bro.
Yeah, and she was definitely a fucking show dog. Like, she was a show dog, man. I mean, she did everything I asked her to do. Stacked for days. I mean, you know, you wanted her to gate, she gave you that. She, you know, on point turns, man, like she was on fucking rails, dude. Like, she was beautiful, man. Move around the ring like she was on skates.
Like how fucking Muhammad Ali said, float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I was there at that show, man, and their ring etiquette, their ring etiquette was immaculate at that, man. They were in sync with their handler from the start to the finish, stacking whenever they were stacking, battling it out, that the judges were trying to pick for the best in breed at the end, man, and she did not move, man, and I think she went up with one of y'all smells too, huh? What boy was that?
It was a Champion 6.
And he's a champion in what other registry?
ABKC, I believe he's a champion in, I think he's a champion in USBR as well. Oh man, he has so many best in show wins. Like, it's crazy.
That dude, what's his name?
Tommy Hawthorne.
Tommy Hawthorne, man, I seen whenever he was out there campaigning that dog, bro.
Yeah.
He is dedicated to the motherfucking breed, bro.
Yeah.
He would go out, camp out in his RV and wait till the next day to get ready to go out there and represent himself.
And check this out, man. Another one of my friends out here, Gabe Pizarro. Shout out Gabe, man. He took 6 out there to San Diego with us. I showed 6 in the champion class. We didn't come out with the win, but fuck, man, 6 was a special fucking dog, and I mean, he's still special, man. You gotta spoon feed that motherfucker.
No shit.
Yeah. You gotta spoon feed him, man. He will not eat his food unless you spoon feed him.
Damn, he's a big baby.
It was a rough weekend.
No shit.
Rough weekend, and not having Tommy there, he was just like, I don't want to eat, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I don't want to shit, I don't want to piss, I don't want. Bro, we had his shit wrapped in a fucking paper towel in a bag where we would have to pull it out, toss it, and he would go take a shit, and then we'd have to pick up that old shit, put it in the bag. That's how fucking special this dog is. Yeah.
Then he just wasn't having it without his owner, huh?
Nah,
Didn't want nothing to do with it.
Nothing. So,
man, as you see, man, Jerry goes way back with these dogs. He started from not only with the XL Bullies, he goes back to the APBT days whenever it was American Pit Bull Terriers, and you know, in those bully days, you know, whenever these dogs were actually game dogs, and I think that's where they created the American Bully, right? This is where whenever Dave Wilson and I think a couple other cats, they started networking, like you said, hitting the books, creating the Razor's Edge, and that's where the American Bully started, right, with Razor's Edge area.
yeah, and I believe that's what it is, man. Story is that I guess Dave and all those guys, man, they had their dogs registered UKC, and it was in Cali. I believe it was at a park, and all these guys that owned these bullies were gangsters, man, thugs and shit. So they showed up to show their dogs at UKC, and them guys were like, fuck, not having it. They're like, wow, these guys are in trouble, we're gonna call the cops. And I think ever since then, Dave's like, fuck this, and you know, he's
made his own thing.
Yeah, he did his own thing, paved the way
for the American Bully, and now the UKC is actually accepting the American Bully, right?
Yeah, because all of our dogs are registered in the UKC as well, but they were in registries, American Pit Bull Terrier.
American Pit Bull Terrier.
Yeah, but now when we go to the shows and they see the dog, they swap them to American Bully. Yeah.
Dang,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, because we actually have a grand champion
in the UKC.
And
no,
yeah.
How now that you mentioned the UKC, how different is it showing in the UKC? Well, let me ask you this. You've gone to these shows, and I know you've assisted multiple shows. How different is it hitting an AKC show, hitting a UKC show, and hitting an ABKC show?
So the thing is, man, is that ABKC, you hear music, you hear, you know, this, that, whatever, like they have a DJ or sometimes they don't or whatever. It's more friendly to everybody. UKC and AKC, it's more like high class. It's very like snobby people, man. Like it's very yuppie. So it's like, man, they look at you like you don't belong.
Oh shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, fuck yeah, man. They have their, you know, grooming booths and shit like that. I mean, they're fucking putting powder on the dog.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's fucking crazy.
It's next level.
Yeah, it's next level. But I love going to this stuff, man, because I talk to the judges and, you know, ask them their opinions and what they want, shit like that. Which, I mean, hopefully ABKC, American Bullies will make it into like, you know, the actual registries, like big registries
for these bigger shows that they're going to compete.
Westminsters and shit like that. Yeah, fuck, it would be nice.
That's a big show right there.
Every year, man, for Thanksgiving, that's what I'm doing. I'm watching the fucking
Westminster.
Oh yeah.
And I know you've assisted to some of these AKC shows, and assisting these AKC shows. Have you learned a few things?
Yeah, because I mean, they're like very high class. I mean, some of these judges, like I've talked to the judges and asked them what they're looking for and things like that. They've given pointers, and that's what I like doing.
Mm-hmm. I
like going to these places because they're gonna give you pointers.
Okay.
I literally here in Hobbs, we have every year there's an AKC show at the event center.
No shit.
Yeah, and I've taken Duchess to the AKC show. She's not, of course, not allowed to show, but we've had her outside of the ring, and the fucking judges were watching her more than what's going on in the fucking ring.
They were distracted with how Dutch's behavior was.
Yeah,
and that has a lot to say.
Yeah,
that has a lot for an AKC judge to be like, who the fuck is that? Like, that's big right there, bro.
Yeah, and I did a photo shoot for a lot of these you know handlers that were there. On my Facebook, I've posted them up, man. I love the Great Danes, man. The Great Danes are bigger than the fucking handlers, dude. It's nuts, man. Little old ladies, you know, handling these Great Danes.
Around there, man, and they're amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Like I've checked out on TikTok, man. I like to look a lot of dog shows up, like you say, you know, just for educational purposes and whenever they have them in the ring, bro, it's just amazing, bro, how they work these dogs. It's amazing, the patience and time that they put to actually campaign these dogs.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man, because like here, I asked some of them, hey, can I take some photos with you and your dog? No, don't be doing that, this and that. So, okay, cool. And then some of them were like, yeah, go ahead and take a photo. And they would stack their dogs, and I'm watching what they're doing, man. Like learning everything. So,
because their judging is a little bit stricter, huh?
Way stricter, yeah.
The way
but their dogs are on fucking point, man. Yeah. A lot of times they don't even have to set their dogs. Their dogs are set natural.
And it's true.
Yeah,
it's true, man. Y'all need to check these shows out, man. Like. Tell them, man, how important it is.
It's
for them.
Very important, man, to even go and learn. Like I said, I mean, I go and I do all these shows. I check them out and I learn. I talk to the judges and I see what they're looking at and what they're wanting. Fuck, I've even talked to some of the groomers so that I can learn how to groom my dogs.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, what are your tips in grooming into preparing a dog to campaign or getting them ready to actually go and show them? Because there's a lot of people, and I see it, bro, and I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them. Even though you try to, it takes more than a month or two to actually get your dog on point, you know?
Yeah.
And I see a lot of these breeders thinking that a month of just training is just gonna do. Sometimes it'll do, but I don't think I don't think it'll take that. It's that easy.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, like, when a handler or you yourself, it's like, you know, training your dog to show, if once you guys are in sync, that's it. That's what it's game over, man. You want to get that, you know, that bond. You want to create that bond with that dog. I mean, I've been told before, I've actually taken other people's dogs in the ring that have never showed, they've never been on the lead, and I've placed. Whether it's third or second, sometimes first, but you know, even third place, man. I mean, it's amazing because I work the shit out of my dogs.
Okay.
Like, I work my dogs every day. My dog, Cerberus, comes with me to work every day.
And I see that you work them, and not only gating them and doing that, but you actually put weights on them. Yeah. And he takes them out there to the desert where there's hills and shit and works these dogs, man.
Yeah. I mean, that guy works like he's an XL. So his stamina is not like just any regular standard dog that, you know, will go and, you know, get around a ring and be tired. This guy's he's got stamina for sure.
And he does, man. I've seen pictures where he's working and you see the fucking muscles on fucking Serb popping out like a motherfucker. Like, you know those big steroid men where they're like, yeah, like that, man. Amazing, man, amazing. Is it important for these breeders to work their dogs like that?
I think it is, man, because I mean they have to work their dogs. They have to make their dogs disciplined because, you know, when you go out to a show and you pay for a handler to handle your dog, I mean, they gotta be on point. Mm-hmm. Or they're not gonna respond to a handler. They know what they're doing. They're professionals, and they're gonna show and they're gonna present your dog the best possible, even better than yourself. But if your dog is not disciplined, it's not gonna work. So I mean, I've had, you know, my handler. I mean, I've handled the dogs for sure, but you know, I recently started getting a handler, and Devin, she's a badass, man. I mean, she's handled my dog, she's handled Serb, and when he champed out, she actually champed him out.
No shit.
Yeah, in Amarillo, and it's funny because she was like, "Man, I've always wanted a dog to win." And I give the dog the ribbon, and he goes and gives it to his owner. Fucking Serb did it for her.
No.
She's like, what the fuck? I've always wanted a dog to do this, and he did it. Like, he did it. I have videos on Facebook where he's doing that, and he's bringing me the ribbons.
No shit. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, Devin's awesome, man. She's a badass.
And for some of you that are tuning in and watching this with us, Devin Ferraro, she's part of the Lucky Line with Alex Ferraro, right? They kind of do the same thing. They have the same program going on, right?
Yeah.
But it's two different entities, but they have the same vision in what they're doing, and they have an amazing program, and it's all based off of Grand Champion Lucky Luciano.
Lucky Luciano, yeah, and also, like, I mean, damn, it's gonna be hard to book her this next year.
She's gonna be busy, right?
Yeah, she's got a lot of dogs that she's doing from her own camp.
No, so she's campaigning for herself.
For herself, yeah. And of course, I mean, you know, she's the one that handled Grand Champion Hangman, and she won with Hangman, and she's the one that got, you know, him the champion title, and then Lee went ahead and Grand Champion. So, and then she took over after that and
took it off.
Yeah, she's amazing, man. She's
home run, man. Yeah. She went out and took national, bro. That's a big stage. That's a big stage.
It's big, man. It's big.
One of the most biggest stages. You know, it's kind of like the AKC and UKC, but it's for us American bully breeders. That's our show. You know that a lot of these dogs come out. This is where you see top-notch dogs and these top bully camps coming out, because this is where they network. This is where they get studs, you know, buy-ins and stuff like that. I remember the last nationals I went to, man. I seen James A.B.V and Hannah A.B.V, and they had taken 0, and then a son off of Emperor Nero. Man, amazing dogs. I seen, what was his name? Bashar Dog, muscle tone bullies out there, bro.
Oh yeah, you know there was a muscle tone dog there this year too.
No shit.
Yeah,
You know which one it was?
it was a blue tri.
Oh, okay, King Kong.
King Kong, yeah.
King Kong.
Yeah, King Kong, yeah.
What's your thoughts on him?
He's pretty dope, man.
Massive,
yeah,
bro.
little motherfucker, dude. Like they're built ass dogs, man.
Yeah. I seen, I did not see him, but him and, I don't know if you seen R2G2.
No.
They had a little thing going on where they were comparing them, and R2G2 is a massive ass dog. R2G2 is owned by Tyrus Brown, Absurd Bullies, man. He's a dope little dog. If I'm not mistaken, he has a little bit of muscle tone blood in himself too. He's rocked to some muscle tone blood, if I'm not mistaken. I like the extreme dogs.
Yeah.
The extreme dogs, I think they're badass.
Yeah. You know, one of the extreme dogs that I got to see here in town, man, was owned by Estilo, which was Triple G.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was psycho, dude. Like, he was
Big as
crazy.
fuck.
Yeah.
I never got to see him.
Spread was fucking ridiculous, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, his spread was crazy, man. Triple G was dope. But yeah, man, I hope New Mexico like stays on it and pushes towards all of this, like so that we're known, man. Because yeah, we definitely have some badass dogs out here, but we have to put them out there.
Yeah, and that's it. That's the important thing, is putting it out, putting ourselves out there. Like how you said, there's a lot of us breeders, you know, that have nice dogs, but we don't actually go out to these shows, you know, and these shows are important for us. And it's nice and all, you know, you putting your stud out there on Facebook and stuff like that, but there's nothing like going to these shows, you know, and networking, you know. And that's for myself. I'm going to try this year to hit these shows, man. If anything, abkc shows, because I wanna get out there, bro. I wanna see some badass dogs, network, possibly buy me a puppy or two, see what the future holds, man. But New Mexico, we got shit working, man. We got people out here putting on, man. I feel like your camp, Dean Duarte's camp, Matt Chavez out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Joseph Cotton, Jose Aldrete, you know, Daniel Jurado, we all have some top-notch shit, man, and all it takes is for us to go out and represent for New Mexico. And this year, I think that's what we're gonna focus a lot, you know, is joining up to these shows and going with y'all, you know, and seeing what we could do.
Yeah, and Jose has like a lot of ideas, man. He's had like some ideas where, I mean, they sound kind of crazy, man, but I mean, I think it would fucking work.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. If we go and buy a whole fucking side road, man, of New Mexico, you know, breeders, you know, we purchase like all of these booths all in a row.
Mm-hmm.
That's we need to fucking do that.
Yeah.
We definitely need to do that. And that's his idea, and we should stick with it, man, because
rock with it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cra's man. Like I said, from the first time that I came here to Hobbs and was hated, now it's turned around. But like I said, this one individual like is still a huge hater, man. I don't understand why, but I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I don't know, man. I've offered to help, you know, people, you know, with their show dogs and fuck, I've been told so many times, if I take a cat in the fucking ring, I'm gonna place. and I get my dogs ready, so if I do get a handler, man, it's easy for them. Yeah.
And it's because your ring etiquette is there, bro. Like you've done the work, you've done the hustle, you know. You've worked, you know, and the grind's there, you know. You've done it, so you know how to handle these dogs, and it's easy for you. So man, if y'all have any questions, if y'all need any help handling dogs, come spend some time down here with Jerry. I know he's more than willing to go out there and show us, you know, and take pictures and help us out, you know. Like how he said, all he wants, and all any of us wants, is for us to go to shows, buy a whole booth, just the whole side, all of New Mexico go shot and take it.
Yeah.
And they go out there, damn, New Mexico came and swept house in every fucking category.
Yeah.
Everything.
Exactly. From everything. I mean, you know, so, I mean, and we have to accept criticism, man, like, you know, and take it and run with it and improve ourselves. I mean, personally, I'll FaceTime Fred Duran. Man, he's been a mentor of mine forever, dude. Like, I've followed him forever, so I'll hit him up and, hey man, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing? Like, what can I do? What can I, man, he'll, little fucking things, man, little things that'll like just sharpen
your knowledge and your skills.
the skills and you know, sharpen the presentation of the dog.
Shit, man.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's there, man. And he, you know, I don't get pissed. He'll tell me, hey, this is wrong, you did this wrong, or whatever. Improve this way, that way. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna fucking listen.
And go with it and improve those things. Come back and say, okay, what do you think now? And that's a lot of our problems, and I'll include myself with it, you know. We're not the easiest to take criticism, you know what I mean? And we have to be an open ear and willing to learn, because I mean, Rome wasn't built in one day, if anything, you know. And if we have mentors and if we have people that are willing to help us, why not take that and run with it, you know? We have everything here in New Mexico to facilitate it, and us going out there and actually taking this. So why not take every tool that we're able to grab onto and run with it, man. Run with it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And man, hit up shows, man. That's the thing. This year, I'm definitely, like I said, I'm hitting up at least 15 that I know of for sure.
For sure,
15 shows, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it's gonna get better, you know, with time. I think it's Cerberus's year. Alpine is still there. I stopped actually taking him because he gets kind of stressed out now. We had an incident at a dog park, and you know, kind of changed his attitude. His mentality is like, you know, he's gonna check every fucking dog that shows up.
More protective.
Yeah, he's very protective because I didn't let him defend himself, and he actually got jumped by 2 dogs, man, here at the dog park. Yeah.
And I bet you it was some small little dog.
Oh man, actually it was a big ass.
Oh,
and I know he could have handled himself, man, but I'm like, fuck, I don't want him to be a fucking asshole, dude. You know what I mean? But it's, you know, fuck, you know, it happened, and ever since then he's been tense, man. Like, he'll check every dog. But you know, Daniel, he would tell me, hey man, I have this fucking problem dog. Can you bring Alpine to the dog park? Yeah, for sure. And Alpine, he was like a mentor. Man, he would go and, you know, a dog would be like acting out, and he would just bam, boom, 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 check. Like, wouldn't fuck him up, but he would just like, hey, check. Like, hey, fucking pay attention, man, behave, you know. Yeah. So he was like that. So I was able to take him and you know, do that for other people. But now it's like,
you don't want to.
Yeah, nah, I can't do that no more.
Put him to that point because you want something to stress him out even more.
Man, you know, one thing that I see more and more, like I'm gonna have to like fucking deal with at that Rumble of the Jungle, man, is exotics, man. What do you think about that shit, dude? Because, man, I think exotics have been getting a little bit better and better. Mm-hmm. Like, it's dope, dude. I would love to have a dog, like a small dog, you know, kind of like a bully, but a chihuahua size, you know, fucking kick it on the couch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just chill around the house. Right now, that's Serb.
Yeah.
But if I can make that smaller, that'd be dope. But damn, bro, like every time I see an exotic fucking show, an exotic registry, and I show up, it's like, and I might fucking offend some people, man, but it's like the Special Olympics of fucking dogs, bro.
Hey, I'm ready.
Bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, What the fuck?
They gotta do better, bro.
Yeah, they gotta do better.
They have to do better. Let's go ahead and get into that, man. Exotic, bro. Like you said, they've gotten better.
Yep.
They definitely have. But whenever they started, man, I don't think they were breeding for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And if anything, I feel like these registries, these exotic registries, need to hold these breeders accountable in their breeding and how to breed. They need to bring these breeders a correct breeding pattern to follow, bro, and something to follow, a guide to follow, because these breeders are breeding and breeding to their own vision. They want to envision something and bring it to life, and it shouldn't be like that, bro.
Yeah. And that's a problem, man, with the American Bully, and that's, I think, why there's so much issues with, even in the fucking UK, man, like issues with the XLs and things like that. Everybody has their own fucking vision, and they're not sticking to a standard. Mm-hmm. And it's all over the place.
And it is. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. You see these breeders. Man, I don't want to talk shit on these breeders or anything like that, but you see these breeders breeding 10 times, 16 times in bloodline, in the same bloodline, and I feel like that's affecting the dogs, bro.
It is, man.
Baby, I'm gonna eat you.
To show and to get titles and things like that, when these fucking registries, bro, are having like 2-hour segments of a bullshit fucking stud that produced bullshit fucking problems in the American Bully like breed, it sucks.
It does.
It sucks, man. Like I've seen that shit before. I fucking witnessed it firsthand, man. And like it's like, damn, dude. You know.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time, and family time, things like that, and it fucking sucks, man.
It slows down the show.
Yeah.
It slows down the momentum of what you're trying to build up and whatnot. You're focused in showing the dog and whatnot, and they bring in that segment that you're talking about, and it just ruins everything, and I feel like if you're trying to do that, if you're trying to show a stud that has really done something for either the American Bully or for the exotic registry or whatever other class it has to do, if you're trying to do that, you have to make sure this stud is doing its part in trying to fix the problem that the said class has.
Yeah, and I've actually watched a TikTok, dude, where they're actually talking shit, and they're saying that there's a exotic cat.
Oh man.
And the cat looks better than the fucking dog.
Yep. Fucking massive ass bones, straight ass fucking feet, man.
That's wild, dude. That's wild, man. Like, dude, everybody's fucking coming for a fucking participation ribbon, dude, and that's not.
And it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like that.
And it's good that you touched on that. A lot of these judges need to hold these breeders accountable. And if the dog isn't what the fucking registry standard is, hold the motherfucking ribbon.
Exactly. And I've had that happen to me.
No shit.
I've had that happen to me where I win second place with my XL because it does not meet like the fucking standard. And I get it. I get that.
You understand?
I understand that. And it helps me, to pick a better path.
Exactly. And that's like how we go back to criticism.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to take criticism. That's a part of criticism. You can't go to a show and expect a participation trophy or anything like that. No, man. If the dog doesn't meet the standard, it doesn't meet the standard, bro. Like, who gives a fuck if you hurt feelings, man? I feel like that's a problem in these registries is that, and another problem in these registries that a lot of these dudes is buddies, and just because you're my friend, I'm gonna give you one. Oh, if my friend over there, I'm gonna give you one. My friend over here, I'm gonna give you one. Nah, that shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, bro. And I've seen that shit, dude. And I've been like, hey, man, like, come to my show because my dog don't have what it takes to compete. But then that fucking dog beats mine, and it's like,
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Like, how is that fair to my dog, dude? To, you know what I mean? To put him in that position to to you know, get put to a side or get second place on, or even give these guys the power of opinion over my dog. Like they shouldn't have it.
They shouldn't, bro.
Yeah, they shouldn't. And not only with the you know, the extreme, you know, or whatever, the exotic dogs, but XLs too, man. That's kind of another reason why I ended up going to the standard, because XL guys, man, are starting to go bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's getting worse and worse.